Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. We have Mike Hernandez with AQS Heating and Air Conditioning out of Hemet, California. Mike, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. And just tell us a little bit about how AQS got started and how you got to where you are today.
Oh, AQS, the owner's Mike Smith. He started with his dad in '86. And so he worked with his dad company and eventually, went on his own. And then AQS has been around since 2009.
Amazing. And when it started, it was Mike and his dad. And where are you at today? How many technicians, how many trucks?
Well, '09, it was just Mike in his truck, kind of doing everything, wearing all the hats, one man show. So when I met him, we both worked for a different company, not HVAC related. And so I would see him kind of work that job and come in tired from running calls. And then eventually he decided, I want to expand. And he brought me in and we got our office. And currently we have 2 install crews. We have 3 service tech vans, and we have a couple other vans that are ready to be, filled in, ready to go once we get the right people.
That's amazing. So, in terms of revenue, would you mind letting us know sort of where you started, obviously from scratch, and where do you guys sit now?
Well, right now we had a pretty good growth over the last couple of years. We're right now we're sitting around 2 million. So
Amazing.
with the hopes of we upgraded, we got a new office. It's a beautiful building. So
Amazing.
yeah, now we're just kind of moving forward, partnering with the right people like plumbing, HVAC, SCO to help us get to that next level.
Amazing. Speaking of marketing and growth, obviously being around for as many years as you have, probably you've tried a lot of things that have worked. You tried a lot of things that didn't work. Talk to us a little bit about something you've tried that didn't quite stick or didn't quite work the way you thought it would.
Oh, I know for sure. The first thing that comes to mind is those shared leads. You know how there's
Yeah.
companies out there that there's leads presented, but it's presented to, 5, 6 companies or X
Yeah.
amount of companies in the same area, you're kind of competing for the same lead. That wasn't really a route that was too profitable for us. We moved away from that after. I feel like we gave it a fair shot, but it just that's not where we wanted to be at. It wasn't as profitable as we envisioned.
Okay. Well, that's fair. You tried it at least, and that's all part of the game. And so, what would you say now is your most profitable?
Over the last year, I would say Facebook. We were pleasantly surprised how much Facebook. We knew social media was important. We know, nowadays people are more of texters and, facing a
Mhm.
screen than, wanting to talk on the phone. But we finally gave Facebook a fair shot, and it did well for us. It was a very
Amazing.
high percentage of our installs last year.
Okay, that's great. And you're talking about specifically meta ads or organic posting.
The meta ads.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, those are great. And they're typically a lower cost, obviously. So if that's great that you've had such success with it, that's incredible. And what else are you doing in terms of advertising? You've got the digital side of things. Are you doing anything on the traditional side?
We've tried a couple things like the mailers didn't seem to quite work for us. We do like we have obviously our business cards, our door hangers. We clover leaf neighborhoods when running a service call, so we could introduce ourselves to the neighbors. I'm not sure if it'd be considered traditional, but I do use Conversion app, your guys'
Yeah.
platform, to send out an email blast monthly, sometimes bi-monthly, depending on what we have going on. And we've gotten some positive response on that.
I love that. That's amazing. And that's to your current client base that you have, right?
Correct.
Yeah, yeah. And that follows the rule that 80% of your business should come from existing clients. So we really encourage that. It's good to hear it's been successful for you. Let's talk a little bit about community involvement. We all know as a home services company, when you're opening your door to somebody, that trust factor is really important, right? Is there anything that you guys have done to stay connected to the community, to get that brand awareness out to families and homes?
Yeah, we did sponsor a local high schools of their band. So, AQS was happy to help out the Talkwitz High School
Oh,
band.
love
A
that.
couple years ago, there were fires here in Hemet that pretty devastating. And we have it's called Simpson Park. It's a nice park. People like to hike, but they couldn't. So once the fires were calm and, time had passed, we actually volunteered and helped clear some paths, for that. And another thing we do is actually this kind of, I'm directly involved. So this one's kind of a passion one for me is AQS. I train and teach in jujitsu. So does my son. And so not only do they sponsor me directly and my son, which help, my son to win medals, help me to become, a couple champion a couple times. They also will sponsor athletes in the gym I train at here in Hemet. So if they can't afford to train, but they have that passion, that drive, AQS will sponsor some athletes to, pay their tuition so that they can get out there and do what they love.
That is amazing. And sometimes that small gesture can be a very big gesture in the life of a young person. So
Yeah.
that's just incredible. Thank you for sharing that. That it really shows your commitment to the community and that investment that you have into the people around you. A little bit about getting the feedback from the customers in terms of we all know that Google reviews are incredibly important. What do you guys do to get those reviews?
We've partnered with Nextdoor, and we after our service call, we utilize the platform to send out, review requests to the customers. We do incentivize our tech, so they do get rewarded for gaining reviews, and we're actually pretty proud of our reviews. We have over 1,500 right now.
That is amazing. You should be proud of it.
Thank you.
I love that. And speaking of technicians, we know that across the board, recruitment is a real challenge for a lot of home service companies. What do you guys do in terms of recruitment and trying to draw people into your team?
We have several avenues. There's word of mouth is big. I'm a firm believer in networking. I actually helped start a networking group. I think we're over 24 members at the moment. So
Amazing.
we kind of keep our ear open, and if someone's looking, we're always open to interview. We've also tried Indeed. That has helped us out. And we actually partner with a local school here. So when they have graduates that show, the qualities that AQS is looking for, I'm in contact with their recruitment and they reach out to me directly and we see what we can do.
Amazing. So you kind of grow your own technicians, if you will. You take them on as apprentices and then grow them into certified technicians.
Yeah.
That's incredible. And what a great way also to stay connected to the local school and to support those young people who want to get into the trade.
Mhm.
I love that. I just watched a talk by one of the people from the Shark Tank, and she said the next millionaires are going to be the home service people. It's the industry that robots can't take over. It's everybody's going to need a tradesperson forever. So it's encouraging to see that the young people taking that route, right? It's such a noble profession, and the fact that you guys can support that is amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's a great field to get into. You get to help people. You get to genuinely leave someone's house knowing you provided them comfort and their parents, their children, they're happy and they're comfortable in their own home because this
Yeah,
is where we spend the majority of our time.
absolutely. On that note, when you have a technician going to a client's house, do you do anything in advance to let them know who's coming? What type of communication happens before an appointment?
Yeah, our CRM House Call Pro gives us the ability to it sends the customer a text, the customer's on their way and the technician's on their way. And in that text is a picture of who's actually coming to your home. Like even
I
if
mean,
if I was to come to your home, you would get, a picture of me.
okay. Yeah, that really helps build that confidence in allowing someone into your home.
Yeah,
It
we're
sounds like you,
strangers in their homes, so we want to make them
yeah.
comfortable. And that starts with them seeing a face of who to expect at their door.
Yeah, absolutely. And as a single woman who might be at home during the day, it's really comforting to know what to expect. So it sounds like you have that really dialed in.
We try.
I love that. In closing, if you were to be sitting across from somebody and they're like, Mike, I really want to start my own company. I really want to get in this space. What two pieces of advice would you give somebody who was considering starting their own company and breaking into that space?
I would just kind of surround yourself with people with the same winning mentality. That's important because that's going to rub off on you. If people around you want to win, they're going to want to see you win and vice versa. And that's the kind of support that you want. And I would never jeopardize your integrity.
Yeah.
I would say that that's really, really important that you stand by what you do and that what you do matters to you.
Yeah.
Like people are going to see that and they're going to know when it's genuine and when you're faking. So that'd be two really important things that I would stand by or that I would suggest.
Yeah, I love that. And integrity is such a big part of it. It goes a long way. It might not be the easy road all the time, but it sure does pay off in the long run.
100%.
Amazing. Well, Mike, it's been a sheer pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much for opening your office to us and for sharing your story. It's really valuable to anyone who watches it. So we appreciate you.
Thank you for the time. Thank you for having me.
Thanks so much.